Good morning. It's Monday, May 22nd, and that means two things. Sometimes people will say mean things about you to justify being mean to you ahead of time. And sometimes they're right. But it's also time for the lighting industry news brief brought to you by Keystone Technologies, and this time we are talking about their XFit area lights with optic swap. These have three lenses in the box. You can unfasten it with a clasp, so no tools. Make it easy to stock, easy to switch between. And you know what else comes in that box? Color temperature controls, power output controls, a photo cell, and a mount. Everything in one box that's light made easy from KeystoneDeck.com. That link is in the description. Thank you very much. Into the news, ANSI has issued a standard for roadway and area lighting equipment, specifically side-mounted SSLs. Supply chain has been less volatile over the past 6 months, according to GEP. FedEx pilots have authorized strike action. That doesn't mean they're on strike. It just means they're ready to if the negotiators declare an impasse, which will affect your air freight. That's what I'm saying. The DOE is calling on lab partners for commercialization products. These are new funds for all kinds of projects. They just need research partners to make the tech happen. We have a complete list of who is still selling fluorescent and HID lamps right now from David Scheller. nVent has bought ECM. nVent makes connectors. nVent is an electrical supplier. ECM makes connectors. They used to be owned by a PE firm. Acuity has bought KE2 Therm. That's a connected HVAC company. TPG Lighting has teamed with the Green Energy Initiative for adoption of better tech among consumers. Energy Focus is expected to post earnings soon. We have a forecast of 7 cents a share. Sales are up at 9% at LeGrand. Venture capital is drying up in indoor farming. That's a 91% drop in Q1 compared to last year. Fagerhult has debuted a wooden luminaire with reflectors made out of old TVs. Ledvance has launched the Light Warrior campaign, which is a veteran-specific fundraiser. It'll kick off at Light Fair. Scott's Miracle Grow CEO has sold 25,000 shares for about $1.7 million. Signify has adopted all shareholder proposals at their annual general meeting, so we've got a bit of a board shuffle and a cash dividend approved. Mexico has voted to end daylight savings time this year, except in Baja. They're syncing up with California. Ladro launches a lighting line. They normally make decorative porcelain. Now they have lamps. And we have a new partnership for LEDs in fish farms. That's between Lexistemmer and AgriLight, specifically for land-based aquaculture. In legal news, the ITC has backed Satco, which is part of an appeal for the UC Santa Barbara faux filament complaint. Going to the defense on this. Maxlight has settled with Zhangjiang Superlighting amicably, according to a statement from their lawyers. ABC has sued Douglas Lighting Controls, claiming wrongful dismissal and damages over the sudden move of assets to the U.S. from Canada. And Seoul Semiconductor has secured a permanent injunction on several patents in the EU. In rep agency updates, CSL has picked different reps in Illinois, Nevada, California, and Arizona, and Aimlight has new reps in British Columbia and Southern Ontario. In events and webinars, we have on the 2nd through 6th in October, a IAU symposium on satellite constellations that will take place in the Canary Islands. On June 27th, we have the Global Wi-Fi Conference in the Netherlands. On the 14th of June, we have an economics webinar presented by the NAED. Light Fair, the full schedule is now available for you to peruse. That's all 5 days of sessions. And 2,000 exhibitors have already registered for Light and Building in 2024. See you in Frankfurt, I guess. In sports news, the new lighting system at Wrigley Field is apparently causing, quote, havoc for players and broadcasters. The FLA Live Arena is going LED and smart, and this is home of the Florida Panthers NHL team. They're getting upgraded by Signify. And Musco Lighting has donated to the Honey Bear Project, which will offer new lighting to sporting facilities in underserved communities, including the historically black colleges, as well as offering new athletic scholarships to the same sorts of people. In IoT news, NEMA has published clarification on controlled emergency lighting in a bulletin because the systems are more complex. We have a new vulnerability discovered in industrial IoT from 3 different vendors in cloud management. That security issue should be being patched. Wemo smart plugs have a security issue as well. Maker Belkin won't be patching it because they're phasing that product out. If you have a product like that already, I guess that just sucks to be you. Whiz bulbs are adding a security feature. 3 years ago, you will recall I mentioned that the building's Wi-Fi could be used as a motion sensor, like the disruptions in signal would act as a motion sensor. That's a thing in whiz bulbs now. 3 years, it's already in products, and they are now also connecting that feature to security alerts. So if someone's walking around disturbing your Wi-Fi and you're not home, you'll get a ding. Ain't that a thing? The CSA has updated Matter with patch 0.1 with bug fixes and some optimization. Tuya has partnered with T3 and Skyworth for new smart home packages in Southeast Asia, and Apple has filed trademarks on kitchen appliances, which means Siri could be on your toaster. In market predictions, we have $37 billion in vertical farming, building energy management systems will grow by 10%, and we have $163 billion for the lighting market overall. In R&D, e-ink is better for your eyes than LCD or LED screens. This is a study from Harvard. Color-changing lamps benefit cows in that red light during the day boosts milk production, and blue light, when they're out, helps them keep their bedding free of microbes. We have new lighting recommendations for long COVID cases. One of the symptoms is headaches, and we should be reducing glare if you need to take care of long COVID. We have redirecting lightning with a laser. Pulses of high-energy light can change the path of lightning to the ground the same way a lightning rod can. That's cool. In darkness news, deeper sleep does stave off dementia. Light pollution is harming coral. The bright lights are causing them to activate their reproductive systems too early. The cold water kills it. Don't get coral spread. Blue light exposure may become a workers' comp issue. We have advocates asking for lights out for earthworm mating season. And London will be dimming lights at night in the Square Mile. That is the financial district of London Center. South Lake Tahoe, Nevada is retrofitting highway lighting for night preservation. Light pollution is coming to DC with new LED street lamps that aren't so great. We have a number of studies about sleeping in space coming together, and Point Pelee National Park in Ontario is offering self-guided dark sky night tours. Ain't that something? And recommended reading, all this on nailed.org. There won't be a test, but I will look kindly on you if you bring it up in your final. Why aren't Japanese homes smarter? How to use black neon. Scotopic sensitivity syndrome and the end of incandescent lighting. How much better have LEDs really gotten? Smart home tech that was predicted in the television show The Jetsons. Matter doesn't matter. Alan is threatening life. We have what it means to still be excited for Light Fair. Don't copy horticultural lighting schedules across crops. You should, pay attention to your modeling across specific to plant needs. That's why you have controls in the first place. And we have a question of whether it's time to end climate-friendly marketing. In horticultural news, Windsor is studying 5G use in the greenhouse. We have revenues up at Cubic Farm. And Fluence partners with Inexo BV for better access to cannabis research among growers. In local news, Milton, New York has a $10,000 upgrade at a library. New Brunswick is suffering coffer thefts at Little League baseball diamonds. Las Vegas returns historic neon signs to their rightful place. We have new incentives for multifamily homes in Toronto specifically. Palatine, Illinois, lamp shop is closing after 30 years in one spot. Columbus, Ohio is adding more lighting in the Short North neighborhood. Albuquerque, New Mexico is citing lighting changes as a crime deterrent. Montgomery County, Maryland is requiring safety plans from late-night businesses. Safe electrical businesses in Ontario can earn cash awards. UVic is receiving 2.4 million Canadian dollars for exterior upgrades. And Imperial Nebraska has new incentives for efficient lighting. In international news, Uganda and Indonesia are beginning new off-grid lighting projects in remote villages. Africa is working to end mercury lighting on their continent. Scottish Power is accused of lollygagging on streetlight repairs, and Ho Chi Minh City will be cutting street lighting at night to deal with power demand. In People News, Stan Pro has named Gary Pounder as the VP of Market Strategy. Jamie Siminoff will be CEO at Latch. And in Things You Can Make, we have a CO2 laser, an LED wave array, lasers made out of old hard drives, and a supercomputer bulb. Anyway, I've been Scott Wachter. Thank you for listening. Enjoy your week. Enjoy your music. Have a good one.
It was an endless summer. We chased the sun to find a place that we could run. We discovered constellations, drew lines between stars and named it after us. Even when the lights go, even when the lights go out, we'll burn up the sky. Nothing here can stop us now. We'll levitate, illuminate. We're never coming down. Even when the lights go out. It was a bright explosion. We chased it hard and found a way to make it ours. We ran like we stole